Alright guys, now we're doing some finding pairs of angles and missing angle measures using the angle pairs from the previous couple of videos and the properties that we know. So I read the directions up there, I guess. We've given you 28 degrees for this angle here. It's your job to find the missing angles. There are many ways to doing this. You can do this a number of different ways. I'm going to pick away and run with mine. If yours matches, that's great. If it doesn't and it works, still great. I hope right off the bat you see we have 90-degree little boxes here and here. So then it would mean no matter what that these two guys are 90 degrees. 3 points right there. Please write them down. We always suggest filling in these boxes and any angles on the picture. It just helps a lot than just writing it down on the side somewhere. So first things first, I always look for vertical angles. If you can find vertical angles, you can find easy 3 points. And right off the bat, I have found angle 1 and angle 4 to be vertical. Unfortunately, angle 1 and angle 4, neither of them have a number, so they really don't help us, so I'm going to scrap that. I'm going to look some more, and don't really see an easy pair of vertical angles right off the bat at this point in time. You may see one, and that's cool. I see one too, but maybe not an easy one right now, so we're going to roll another way. Second thing I would always suggest anyone to find is these straight lines. Because we know a straight line is 180 degrees, and I like to say, well, if you can walk through one angle, let's say we do this, we can walk through this angle here, we can walk through this angle here, but it looks like we're missing this guy right here. So if we know the whole thing is 180 degrees, we can add the 90 and the 28, get 118 for this part, and then we can just subtract that from 180. Ooh, my bad. And we get 62. And then it tells us that this guy here, 62 degrees. And now we know all 3 of those on that side. I'm going to clean this up a tiny bit, not a ton. Put some black there. Okay. Working my way around a little bit. Oh my goodness, look what I almost didn't see. You probably saw 62 for angle 1 must mean that 4 is 62 degrees also. And if we follow that logic of the half circle business, right, 180 degrees, if this is 62 and angle 3 is 90 degrees, that must mean that angle 2 is 28 degrees. And I know I didn't do the math there on that, but I guarantee if you add 90, 62, and subtract it from 180, just like I did for the first guy, you'd find out that angle 2 is 28 degrees. Cool. Next guy here. All right, first things first, I said always look for vertical. I think this guy and that guy are vertical, pretty darn clear. 130 there, 130 there. Got that guy nailed. Looks like, I hope we're realizing that these two guys are congruent. We don't know what they are yet, but they're congruent. So if we find one, we found the other. I'm going to suggest this. I'm going to suggest that half circle business. Right, 180 degrees for the half circle. Keep those both in purple so we know they're tied together. I don't want anybody to get confused. So if we subtract the 130 from the 180, I'm going to do that over here, I get 50. Please do not jump to the conclusion then that angles 1 and angles 5 are 50 degrees each. If you take a quick second to double check that and add that up, you'd get 230 for the whole half circle, and we all know that's not true. So take your 50, divide by 2 because you're missing 2 angles, angles 1 and angle 5. You get 25 degrees, so angles 1 and angle 5 are both 25 degrees. Now if you take a second like we've asked and double check, add 130, 25, and 25, and you get 180. That makes a little more sense. I quickly see some vertical angles. I hope you do as well. I see 25 with angle 5 and 2 25 degrees, 25 at angle 1 and angle 4, also 25 degrees. Pretty good to go there.